I have this book here. It's called The Beekeepers. It's called Beekeepers by Linda Oatman High, illustrated by Doug Chaka. I'm not really sure how to say the name. I'm sorry, but anyway, I picked this book because I thought it would be pretty cool, and I think it'd be good. It's got good illustrations and good pictures. So let's get started, shall we? Beekeepers. The springtime sunshine pours like warm honey from the sky as Grandpa and I stand on the back porch before morning chores. See all the bees and illustrations there? Look at them. You ever hang out with your grandpa on the porch? It's a good time. All right. So, next page. We dress long-sleeved white coveralls, boots, gloves, and straw hats with veils of mesh. They have the gloves on and the white. You ever seen a beekeeper before? I thought about getting one of those suits because it looks cool, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. We walk across the grass, dew misting our boots, past the barn and the pond, the trees, and into the bee beyond. The wooden hives are stacked high, front facing the sun. Back to the barn with brick on each hive. I assume that that's because they keep the hive doors shut on the top here. We have neighbors that have bees like that, and they float around sometimes. There you go. Camera's out of focus. They float around, and I imagine it keeps the weather from the wind and whatnot to keep it shut. Okay. Good morning, honeybees, Grandpa called into the quietness, his eyes sparkling beyond the net. What's he doing right here? Is he calling for the honeybees? Is he yelling for them? Looks like that. It seems like he really likes what he's doing. Okay, so I look up and see the ponds of pollen, purple and pink, yellow and orange, blue and red and green, gathered from springtime flowers and trees, clinging to some of the bees. Every color of the rainbow, says Grandpa. The pollen gatherers have been working hard, and now it's our time. Our turn, I'm sorry. Kids looking up here, looking at the trees. Personally, I'm afraid of bees, so I don't think I'll be looking up in trees for no bees. You know what I mean? Anyways, next page. Okay. I lift off bricks and pry off the top of covers with my hive tool. As Grandpa gives the bees a puff of smoke and from his bee smoker to quiet them and keep them from flying, remember, September, Grandpa asks. All the bricks standing on end. In July, I chimed. He nods, and I smile, thinking of honey harvest times. So they're fogging it because it calms down the bees, and they won't have a chance to get stung as much. So that's why there's a fog and whatnot in the picture right here. So, all right, we move on. Oops. I close my eyes, see the clear honey in the combs, caped with snow white wax. I take a deep breath, remembering that sweet smell of spun honey. Best open our eyes, Grandpa whispers. There's a swarm starting. So this white wax here is what is over the bees because they're forming the honey. So it's starting to harden. My eyes fly open and I catch my breath, scared. The sky darkens and buzzing fills my ears, making my head spin. Grandpa chuckles softly. Eyes to the sky. Beautiful, he whispers. Beautiful, he whispers. The hum of the bees' wings grows louder and louder. My heart races with the sound. Yeah, bees, that sound, it makes my skin crawl. It's really nerve-wracking. In fact, I start to get high, like it's anxiety when that happens. It's kind of scary. Standing still, I hardly dare to breathe. As the bees twirled down like a tornado, swirling and whirling every which way, above Grandpa and me. The clustering on the branch of the tree, goosebumps sting my arms, and I shake, wishing the swarm would settle. So it's like she can feel them crawling on her, you know. Creepy. Okay, as we go on. Grinning, Grandpa grabs his swarm gathering tool, a long pole with a hook on the end, and an empty hive to place beneath the swarm. He hands me the pole. Dislodge the swarm, he says. My heart flies into my throat. Bringing down the bees has always been Grandpa's job. What if they don't come down? I ask, trembling. Grandpa smiles. Oh, they'll come. I take a deep breath, hoist the pole into the cloud of bees. Slowly. I pull down the branch, shake it, and a mass of bees plops down. The swarm swirls around, and soon thousands of bees are facing the hive, heads bowed down, and tails held high. I sneak a glance at Grandpa and grin. As the bees zoom into the hives, Grandpa reaches over and takes the pole, propping it against the fence. Their new home, he says, which as we watch the bees, they're settled, so the queen must be safe and sound in the hive. So he plops them down, huh? Interesting. Anyway, we leave the bee yard, walking past the trees, the pond, the barn. A swarm in May is worth a load of hay, he says. Grandpa says as we walk. A swarm in June is worth a silver spoon, I say. A swarm in July isn't worth a fly, we say together, laughing. Grandpa lifts off the bee veil. Why do bees swarm? I ask, taking my veil off and gloves. Grandpa shrugs. Why do spiders spin? He asks. You're a fine keeper of bees, Grandpa says. First honey chunk of the season is all yours. I nod, proud, as we walk up the porch steps and into the house. Springtime sunshine like a warm honey across our backs. The end. It's pretty good, right? It was really good. I enjoyed it.